Everybody, Joe Brady here, and I haven't done a image edit demonstration for you guys in a while. And I was looking at images for a planned Acadia National Park trip, including Portland, Maine, and I came across this lovely shot of a lighthouse called Pemaquid Light, and Pemaquid is kind of in between Portland and Acadia. And I love the rocks. Look at, there's like a natural S curve coming up, leading you to the lighthouse. But then you get to the lighthouse, and since I was looking up so much at it, this kind of looking underneath the lip of the walkway is kind of a little too strong. So I'd like to fix that and maybe clean up the lighthouse. And gee, I haven't replaced a sky in a long time, but you know what? I think this image might need it. And I did take some sky shots while I was here, so I think I have just the perfect one. So let's deal with the lighthouse first. And we're going to start by getting the lasso tool, and I'm going to select around it and come down to the rock or so like that. And I'm going to copy, Command-C, Command-V, paste it onto another layer. So now we have just that there. And we're going to use the warp tool. So let's go ahead, we've got this selected. Let's go to Edit, Transform, Warp. And I want to see if I can flatten this thing out, make it look like maybe I was taller down below. And one thing I can do is bring these two down. See, I'm flattening this here. Yes, I'm making the lighthouse squatter, but that's okay. We're going to fix that after. But notice now how this thing right here is flatter. The perspective has changed on that. So if I hit Enter, now I can hit Command or Control T, which is the regular transform, hold down the Shift key so it's just in one direction, and then put the lighthouse back up to tall. In fact, even make it a little taller than it was. So if I hit Enter on that and hide it, you can see how the lighthouse perspective has changed. Yeah, there's some stuff in the foreground that moved too. That's easy to fix. We'll get to that. Also, because we moved some of the sky in the background, notice there's a break there. So what do? Click on the layer that's got the new lighthouse on it, and we get a mask. And what we're going to do is start masking it out. I'm going to hit the X key to put black in the foreground, and I'm going to hit the B key to get a brush. Now, I don't want to brush that big. Oh, let's say something like that. And I want to blend these two together. I'm thinking for the sky, maybe 50%. So up in the opacity, rather than go here, if I just hit 5 on my keyboard, notice it changes to 50. So now I'm going to paint with 50% with black over top of this border to see if I can get these two blend together. And when you paint like this, it's cumulative. And just like that, look, it's gone. And if I hold down the Alt key and click on the mask, you can see here's what we just masked. In fact, let's come in there a little bit more. And yeah, it's gone. It looks great. While we're here, we have a break down where the transform stretch things out a bit. So what can we do? Well, we can use our mask and paint in here as well. In fact, I'm just going to cut to the chase and we'll go 90% because I want this all to line up the way it was. And there we go. Just go over that a couple of times and perfect. And look, now, we moved some of the stuff down here that didn't need to be moved, so we can get rid of that as well. Put that back to where it was. And I'm still missing some spots. Okay, that's why you turn this on and off so you can select. I'm going to hit 0 and go to 100% on this stuff. So none of that moves. And there we go. Lovely. Now, while we're at it, somebody needs to clean the lighthouse as we zoom in to 500%. There's some, I don't know, rust or something. So let's go ahead and get the lasso tool, which is L. I'm going to just draw around these iron stains, or that's what they look like, probably from the walkway above. And I'm going to get here as well. So I'm just going to select all 3 of these, and I'm going to use a keyboard shortcut, Function Shift F5, which will bring up the fill command, and there's content aware. If you had been using something else, change it back to content aware, and just hit OK. Oh, and I did it on the wrong layer. I did it on the mask layer. Sorry, my bad. Function Shift F5, content aware, and voila. they are gone. Beautiful. So there's our image. Let's go back here. And as I mentioned, gee, the sky. I'm going to go ahead and flatten this back to the original image. Let's go to Photoshop's sky replacement, which is under Edit. And I had already loaded some of my own images into where it says sky. So I've got my own sky in here, so I'm just going to hit OK. And come on, doesn't that look a heck of a lot better? Look at the difference. There's before and after. The beauty is I can also click on this new sky, hit Command T, which is the transform tool that we used earlier. And if I want to stretch things out, or I want to move it over a little bit, or maybe over this way, the beauty of a sky is you can kind of stretch it and it doesn't seem to mind. I think something about that looks pretty good. And, you know, I think we're done. Let's go full screen for a second. So there we go. That's actually quite lovely, especially when you consider that's what we started with, compared to putting that new sky in, and that just looks great. So there you go, one of my favorite tools in Photoshop, the warp tool, and some free transform. And I mentioned I hadn't done a sky replacement in a while, but this one really needed, and it turned this into a nice photograph. So that's it for today. Thanks for joining me. Don't forget to subscribe to Photo Friday and Monday Morning Coffee newsletters, and I will see you online again soon. Till next time, be well. Bye-bye.